Hello Earthlings! Welcome back to the only Lauren channel. I know it's been a while. I am the enigmatic or wait, pause while I go Google how to pronounce this word. Enigmatic is the word, enigmatic. Which makes sense because it means to conceal and speak in obscure terms, which I happen to do quite frequently in real time. So don't forget to go to my Patreon so I can keep on making this video, and I know you guys have missed me and I have missed you too. So I am going to get into it. And I can see that you see by the title of this video, like, oh, she tripping. Your girl is not tripping. I am so serious right now. I have outdone myself. And I think this is a great topic and a great thing to say, and I want you guys to be a part of the experience because we're making history today. And yeah, so God is black. That's the hypothesis here. That's the statement we're making. And let's get into some proofs. So it usually goes whether you believe in evolution or whether you believe in religion. Most people agree that the first humans were black, and very specifically science backs this up. I personally myself do believe in science, and we'll talk about what is God, or maybe not what is God. We'll talk about God and color, and specifically the color black. So the first thing I want to say is that the color black is rich, and rich is related to wealth. Well, rich is wealth. So we're gonna explore what the word wealth means, like its roots and such. So wealth essentially means happiness and prosperity, and abundanceness and riches, going back to the word rich. It has the English meaning wele, which means well-being, and wheel is an analogy for health, meaning to wish or to wheel. It also means rich, strong, powerful, mighty, great, and high of rank, ruler, power, and rich. Related to the word king from the Pi root reg, which means to move in a straight line, to guide, to lead, and to rule. Rich people have power. We know that. And in classical physics, power equals work over time. That just means the more power you have, the more, not the more work you can get done, but you can get the shortest amount of work done in the least amount of time. And God is said to be omnipresent. The root of the word omni meaning all, but the origin of the meaning is unknown. But it's likely from the word abundant, which is going back to what I'm talking about. I told you I outdid myself this time. The Pi root op or op means to work, produce abundance. And the op is in the word omnipresent. The root of the word black means absorbing all light, the color of coal. Its roots is also to shine and flash. So what does God do? God creates. Create means to bring forth into, make, produce, and to make grow. It's all the same, basically. And you can't make grow what you don't have, by the way. So I'm just want to point that out because nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. The science me. The Pi root cur means to grow. And by the way, when I'm giving the rest of the definitions, that just means when you start digging deeper into the roots. This is the pi root usually. Related words are serial, accrue, and crew, which means a group of soldiers. Yeah, like your partners. Damn. Incur has the root meaning with heat and fire. All forms of carbon, cremate, and hearth. Uh-oh. What is carbon made of? Carbon is made of coal. What? You create things with coal because you're black. What's another thing is said to be about God that we're saying is related to black? Well, God is said to be timeless. Okay, so we know that black don't crack. But that's not the point here that we making today. Let's talk about time. What is time? Do we have time to talk about time? Do we know the meaning of life? Time is indefinite continuous duration. From the Swedish timme or time, an hour. And from the pi root divide, the da part, portion. This is related to demagogue, demon, title, tide, which essentially means the rise and fall of the sea. In physics, we have this thing called spectral lines, and that's usually relating to when we're studying astronomy. When we look at spectral lines, we can tell what the material outside in space is made of because of the colors. A spectral line is a dark, bright, and then continuous, otherwise and uniform continuous spectrum. I hope you understood that. Resulting in the emission of absorption of light. In a narrow frequency range, that's the formal definition. What I just told you is useful. So the rise and fall of the sea, right? Just like what we talked with those spectral lines. And usually when someone is dark, skinted, we say they have cool tones, i.e. blue. And the sea has motion. Motion is the process of moving, a change of place. You know what motion is. A continuous variation of position. From the pi root, to move or to push away. Like boom, boom, boom. And more of that has to do with to push away, moment, commotion, motor, and remove. So let's talk about color for a second. Skin color comes from the pi root, to hide and conceal. The related words from this root is apocalypse, helm, superlicious, not superlicious. Okay, yeah, superlicious. And William. And so we're gonna look at the word William, or look at the name William. William means to will, to mind, determination, purpose, desire, wish, joy, delight, and shall. And the other root for the word color has to do with chroma, which has to do with intensity and distinctive hue. From the pi root, which means, or the pi root grew, which means to rub, to grind, or essentially grit. And when you look at the word grit, it's sand, dust, earth, gravel, and tiny particles of crushed rock. I even had to notice that even the Bible, even I know that the Bible says God is the rock. So we're gonna look further into this. We're gonna investigate the word rock. And it simply just means a mass of material matter. It's from Vulgar Latin, origin unknown. Middle English interpretation of the word rock means precious stone, particularly diamonds. Extremely hard and refractive precious stone made of what? Carbon. I told you I outdid myself. I told you I outdid myself this time around. meaning unbreakable and inflexible. The root of the word diamond is adamant, adamant, of Old English, meaning a very hard stone, a diamond, a magnet. Now, the fact that a diamond made of carbon is related to adamant, and Adam is the first man, can't be coincidental if God is a rock. We're just saying, I'm just saying. This can't be pure coincidence. Or maybe it is. We'll see. And just to nail it in there, we also have the word atoms, which means unsliceable and no more sliceable, or uncuttable. And atoms are the base nature of life. And you know what else material is uncuttable? Well, diamonds. Unless you use other diamonds, we know about that. And I have some other assertions to that too, you know, that I won't even put here for the sake of this not being a politicized channel. So what are we saying? We're saying here that we're saying God is black because he is the rock, and the rock, well, not like the rock, but he's black because, I mean, the first existence of everything was dark in space. And do you imagine a white space like a pre-existing? I don't see it. Everything we have now in entire space that's holding everything up is space is black. Do you see it any other way? Comes down and says, you know what, I'm gonna make someone like me. I'm gonna make him in my image. I got some ground here and some iron, and gonna mix some things together and gonna get a human. It's gonna be able to do all the things that I can do. And that's it. Honestly, I forgot to summarize as a statement. I think I did it before, so you know, you've already seen this. But like, subscribe, follow, share, and buy my book, and I'll see you Earthlings in my next video. Bye.